Good evening, good evening to everybody. Hello, hello. Um, I normally don't get on here at this time of night, but since I had some time, um, I just figured I would go on here and do this chat with you guys. I should be trying to see if I can get. I gotta excuse my little back view back here because with my granddaughter, she would be trying to touch everything. So I piled up. I moved my plant over there. I put my books on top of my fax machine because it gets real. And if you got little ones, you already know. So I'm going to. I hope y'all are doing good, doing the best that you can in the state that we are all in. Well, some of the stuff that you see on social media, you just be like, oh.
Your business will succeed. Your business will make over 6 figures before the end of this year. You
love to encourage myself along the way because I'm gonna just say this: if you don't encourage yourself, and if you don't think highly of yourself, if you don't think that you can do what it is that you're trying to do, nobody else is going to. You are your best cheerleader in the game of whatever it is that you're trying to do. If it's trying to build a business, or if it's trying to lose weight, or if it's trying to, um, you know, just do things differently for yourself. You're the best. You're the best cheerleader for yourself. So if you can encourage yourself along the way, that's the best thing to do. Encourage yourself along the way. Don't wait on others. Don't wait on others. I'm going live on my Instagram too. I'm trying to declutter my office as well. So, what's up, Instagram? I got them on, and I got YouTube here. I have not really given much emphasis to going live on my Facebook, and I just got away from that so long. Till I mean, I would go live on there every now and then, but for the most part, it's my Instagram and it's my YouTube that I'm on because I'm trying to build both of these platforms um, because I need to. I need to. So I just put on for my chat to chat about, y'all, excuse me. I haven't had my lashes done in a while. I haven't had them done in a while. And I gotta get used to them all over again. So I put on the chat to talk about how peace, relationship, money, and something else I put on there, all ties together. How all, really is supposed to flow together. You're supposed to have peace in your life. If you have a relationship, um, it's not supposed to be a confused, conflicted relationship. Your money should be, balanced, you know. Um, so when you think about, I'm naming three and I know there was four, but when you think about all these words and you think about your life, like, is everything balanced? Is everything coming together like it should? Honestly, we're supposed to have a balanced life. We really are. Even though I don't think, personally for me, my life haven't been balanced like I wanted to. I'll put it like that, like I wanted to. So now I'm trying to, this year, and it's still beginning in the fresh of the year because it's only the ninth. Balance out and make sure that my life has a balance, because when your life do have a balance, everything seems to flow so much better. When you put God first, everything definitely will flow better in your life. And I'm thinking some people are learning that, some people know that, some people are going to know that. But however it may be, learn to try to have balance in your life. How can this be done? Well, it's going to take you as the person who wants to have a balanced life to look at your life as a whole. Like, what all do you got going on in your life? And you could say, well, I got, I don't have a job. Um, um, and if you don't got a job, you don't have an income. I haven't been to church in, a long, long time. So if you haven't been to church in a long time, so you disconnect from the word, and is are you being fed? Even though you haven't been to church, but are you being fed? If you say no, I haven't been fed, like I haven't been picked up my Bible in a minute, haven't read a verse, so you're disconnected and you're without a job. So your life isn't balanced right now, and 9 times out of 10, when people don't have a balanced life, they start to feel a certain kind of way about themselves, because doubt starts to set in to the mindset of a person that's going through with, being without. If you don't have a job, you're disconnected from the word, then 9 times out of 10, you might be staying with somebody. You don't have your own apartment, your own house. So by having that on top of everything else can really make a person feel some kind of way. And it's important to know that there's always people and there's always help, but people got to get out of the way. Right now, and I don't want to get off the tangent and get on to something else because I want to stay focused on what I'm saying. But right now, the world is going through so much, So when we look at the individual person and what they're going through, you got to learn to get yourself out of the way. And when I say that, I mean, it's kind of hard to say it because you just got to get yourself out the way. You're the person who needs help. But there are avenues and there are resources out here in the world that people can utilize to help get themselves back on track. But people have so much pride in themselves to they don't want people to know this is what I'm facing, this is what is going on with me. And as it says in the Bible, pride comes before the fall. So sometimes I think people need to really think about It's hot. Um, what's going, what's going on with you in your life? If you have to provide for a family and this is what you're facing, take help from the resources that are around you, from people who might be around you. If they have a heads up that there's a job opening, or that, you know, somebody might think, you've been in this situation for a while, you might need to talk to somebody. There's nothing wrong. And people, let me say this, and I'm going to say this to the color people. There is nothing wrong with people going to sit and talking to a psychiatrist if you feel as though you need someone to talk to. If you need a sounding board, never, never, never disclose and go and talk to somebody who is not knowledgeable enough to help you. How can somebody understand where you are and what you're going through who have never been there? They can only listen. And sometimes listening is good, and then sometimes listening is not what you need. Let me just put this in here. I'm just putting this out here just in case someone wants to come in the chat and chat with me while I'm on here. But sometimes you need more than somebody to just listen. You need a sounding board. You need somebody who has resources. But I would say for anybody who's out there and whatever you're facing, if you're facing a marriage situation and you might feel like you need counseling, do go to somebody who's credible, who has that marriage counsel behind them that can walk you through whatever it is that you're facing. But it seems like we as a people want to confide in our besties, or 9 times out of 10 it's like our besties that people want to confide in. Sometimes that's good and sometimes that's bad. And when we're talking about a marriage situation, if you're married, really the only person you're supposed to be confiding into is God. If it's not your spouse, it should be God. It should not be nobody else's business. That's how marriages fail. That's why marriages are failing today. Because the people who are married tell the wrong people their business. And I'm not saying everybody is team for you. Like everybody's not rooting for you to have the success of a marriage. And then there are some people who aren't rooting for you to have the success of a marriage. But it all depends on who you are talking to. But for the most part, the rule of the thumb is you, your husband, and God. So it's supposed to be 3. That's what it's supposed to be. You, your husband, and God. And God's really supposed to be at the top. So however you want to look at it, when you're talking about marriage, when you're talking about marriage, let it be you, your husband, and God, and nobody else. People tend to not forget what you went through. And that's not good because that can cause, bad feelings. But anyway, getting back to what I'm saying. So, peace and money and relationship, they all come together in a balanced life. In a balanced life. If we would take the opportunity to really put forth effort in our individual lives, like we do meddling in other people's life, we would have an awesome life. Just think about that. If you would take the time out to invest all that time that you invest in other things that are not important, your life would be good. Your life would be good. But still, we don't. We don't. Because we got to know what's going on with so-and-so. And we got to know, this is just nosiness and this is busybody people. They got to know what's going on with this person. They got to know what's going on with that person. That has nothing to do with you. And you should not even be concerned with what's going on with them. But yet, you can't seem to get through, let's say, 8 hours without meddling in somebody else's business. When your own frontier of your house is a mess. You don't have that cleaned up. Everything ain't squeaky clean in that front yard. See how it works? Busybody people. Nosy people. So guys, that is all I have to say. Is take the time, try to take the time. Have a balanced life. It'll work better for you than have a chaotic life. I'll see you guys another day. If Lord's willing, be blessed.